Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I had to share this video today because there are so many chemtrails happening over Australia at the moment. It's really ludicrous. So basically, my partner and I for the last couple of days have been sneezing non-stop and also getting symptoms like, itchy eyes, that sort of thing. Now, normally, very occasionally, I would get that in hay fever season, but it's actually the opposite to hay fever season here in Australia where we are. We're going into autumn as opposed to going to spring when that usually happens. And there's nothing else I can attribute it to. It's not my diet. It's nothing else. And I, also got higher guidance that it was the chemtrails. So it really, to me, is very clearly caused by these things that they're dropping in the air around us at the moment. And it's even in my dog's eyes. He had red eyes in the whites of his eyes, and also he was a bit congested, and we've been quite congested as well with everything going on. I even used a neti pot to sort of try to clear my nasal, my sinuses, my nasal passages. Normally when I do that, it really works brilliantly. I never have an issue, but even that didn't clear it. So it was very interesting. That's never really happened before. And then on top of that, when I was already aware that this was the cause of it, then I received from a friend the link below, which is Rob Deutsch talking about these huge chemtrails being deployed at the moment over Australia. So you can really, really feel them. And the reason I bring attention to them is not because I want to magnify the negativity of them, but just to talk about, solutions, what you can do about them. Well, number one is, of course, getting rid of the government and the system, which is diabolically choosing to spray us like flies, which reminds me of, when I was much younger and we used to use mortine and spray flies in the air in our homes. I thought, oh my gosh, when I just remember that, I thought, just spraying all that horrific poison around ourselves. Oh no, what an awful thought, but that was a long time ago. Anyway, so what can we do about this? Solutions. So number one, and this is obvious, but I'll say it anyway, we need to shut all our windows and doors and just make sure, because that makes a huge difference when you notice as soon as you shut your windows and doors, it calms down. Then I am doing things like yesterday I had my Healy quantum frequency device, and there are different settings that you can use it on for this. For example, there's a setting called cellular protection. I did the setting for that for an hour, and then it really settled down the sort of the congestion and the inflammation from the chemtrails. So that was really excellent. It also has a link below that I'm going to leave, which talks about how when you do this particular program, somebody who had unhealthy cells did it for 1 hour, and then within 1 hour they changed to healthy cells, which is over 50% healthy cells, which is huge. So I can tell with all the programs I do with Healy, it makes a huge difference in your life. And there are other programs you can do with the Healy. There's like a general protection program for your cells, for your body, which of course helps your immune system. There's an immune system program. There's a detoxing program. There's also a range of programs to do with the breath of life, with breathing. And now this leads me to my next point, which is to be really mindful of your breathing as well, amongst all this stuff that they're dumping on us. So it does impact, as Rob Deutsch says in his video, the oxygen levels. They're trying to take away some of the ability to oxygenate of the human being. So what is really good to do is to be mindful of our breathing. And so I spent an hour last night while I was on the Healy just doing deep breathing, and that really helped as well. So making sure that, you know, you're not breathing in a shallow way, which is what you do, of course, when you're when you're congested and you can't breathe properly. So breathing and focusing on breath work is incredibly important. Okay, so there's that. And then there's things like you can take colloidal silver, or put that on your body, on your skin, or drink some, you know, that's like a bit of a detoxer, that's good. And then there's things like the nanosoma, which builds strength in your immune system. If anybody wants to find out more about this, I'm in Australia, and you know, I'm looking at becoming a distributor for this because it's so good, called nanosoma. And this product again helps you. It's very advanced technology. It builds immunity. All these things are really good. There's also a prayer that you can use, and that prayer I'm going to leave here. Which is just a prayer that impacts on the weather. So you can do energy work as well, of course. Pray, put out the right intentions, and also make it really clear that you do not give your free will consent to all this that's going on. All those things help. And if I think of anything else, I'll let you know. They're some of the main things. That you can do to help with the chemtrails. And goodness, you know, we can really feel them at the minute. So the dark are amping their little tactics up because they're getting desperate and they're going down. And so we just have to stay strong and do everything we can to, you know, be able to deal with everything that they're throwing at us in a way where we can rise above and be as little impacted as possible. Okay, so have a beautiful day, everyone. I hope that's helpful. Thank you. Bye.